Hello everyone, this is Rahul Pawar and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Express Your Data. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the interview questions that were asked in Techmahindra. So before we get started, let us thank our subscriber who has shared us this experience and the questions. So the first question, like I always say, will be about yourself. So this is the first and the most important question for everyone. So I always suggest and encourage you all to have a story prepared for this. So again, this was the first question for them also take. So focus on your roles here, roles and responsibilities. What kind of work you have done and kind of dashboards you have created and your exposure to server as well. So this should serve the answer for this. Okay. And next question that was asked was how much of data. Next question that was asked was an interesting question which was related to the size of your data source, like how much of data you have worked on, like it is GB or TB. This was the specific question he asked. So generally in real time, like interviewer or the maybe in first round or second round of interview, the technical experts who are interviewing you might be interested in knowing the data size or volume of the data that you are working on. So generally it will be in billions, records in will be in billions. So you can at if you are not sure about the size of data, so it is MBs you can definitely talk about. If you don't want to talk in the size, you can tell that you had billions of records you have worked with. At least that way you can answer this question. Next important questions was what were the columns you used? Name them. Again, one very tricky question. So this like someone who has really worked on real time, they will be able to give right away answer to that because they in and then out they might be working with some with X table or X column, so they can at least think about this and they can answer. But what about those who have not worked in answering? So at least on the data sets that you are practicing, remember some of the columns. Okay, so no one is going to come and cross check like, oh, is this the real table or the real column that you are using in real time? But at least at that point of view, at that point of time, it is important that some tables columns should come out from your side. Tell whatever you remember. Okay, it need not be real because no one knows. See, my column names, I know what I have used. You cannot know, right? So similarly, that way, tell them what is the table name that you are using. Even if it is an Excel data set, tell them what is, like we have categories there, subcategories there, sales, profit. So these are the static or the common dimensions and measures we have with respect to a sample superstore. Likewise, if at all you have worked on any other data set apart from sample superstore, then you can definitely take their names in this. So that should you know uh, give an interviewer an understanding that okay, you have worked on the real time table. So if you are failing, it really means that okay, this guy hasn't worked. Simple. Okay, so this is one question that can catch you. Okay, so don't get fooled with this question and don't trap yourself in this. Try to have answer or remember the columns or tables that you are working in, so that might help you in this kind of tricky situations. Again, not a common question but a rare question, but definitely some interviewers who are intelligent enough and knows how to trap you or catch you if you are real or fake, then this kind of questions will definitely you know uh, will be thrown on you. You need to catch them and you need to answer it. Okay, so next is, have you used live connection and all? So live connection, yes, you can tell that you have used because the volume of data is less, or the client requested me to use live connection like that. So whatever the standard reasons we have for that live connection, we can definitely give it for live connection. Okay, how you used data modeling in your project. So maybe here you can talk about how you are getting your data from your no actual source. Okay, are you applying any joins? Are you are or are you doing any data blending? Okay, or are you doing any unions? So what is your structure of data? How many dimensions tables you have? How many fact tables you have? How are you getting? So you can talk about that in this data modeling. So that should help uh, him know that you know the concepts of database. Next importance is data difference between joining and blending. Again, one important question. Like many tell that okay, so whenever it is one common answer we get here is whenever it is same data source, it is join, and different data source, it is blend. Okay, so but what is important here to understand and tell that at which level of data you are trying to join or make a blend, and how many of the columns that you are trying to get in from there. Like say you have country, so I have employee name and country, and in another name in another table also I have employee like say I have here country, state, and city. Okay, so now suppose if I try to blend at this column country name from here and country name from here, it is fine. So if I take or bring say like employee name and country, it will work. But what will happen when I bring in state? Okay, so that time it will have a one to many relationship, and state will throw a star mark here because it does not know what to throw. Okay, so I have posted a detailed video of how blending works. I'll share the video, just watch it there because it is very important for us to understand how blending works. Okay, blending and joining are very important concepts. Next important question was, have you used joins and blending in your project? Again, one, I think it is more of a personal question how you want to answer. If you have if you are really confident in joins and and blending concept, you can tell yes I have used. If not, you can avoid this question and tell that okay we haven't used joining or blending. All our data was cleansed, and we were given final tables to read the data from. So you can talk like that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. You can tell that your DBA team has taken care of all of these activities, and they have given you the final cleaned data in one table, and you are bringing in the data from there. So that should convincingly answer this question. If not, you are clear about joins and you are sure that you can answer any question on joins and blends, then you can tell the answer that okay yes we have multiple tables and we have used joins, and in some cases we have used blends. Okay, so if at all you want to know how joining and blending works, again I have created one detailed video on this where I've shown you how with respect to number of records that are there, how join and blending differ. So do watch that video if at all you want to answer this question as yes, as that is one of the again then is one of the again prominent questions that is asked on joins. Like what is the join type, what is the expected record, one question that you might get if you say yes here. If no, directly you might go to the next question. Next is, have you created any advanced charts? Again, now this question is becoming like little popular this time, because many want to know what are the other charts that you have created other than what is there in Show Me. So by default, there are 24 charts in Show Me. Okay, again, this can be your interview question, but other than that, if at all you want to, say here, if I go to Show Me, here I have got 24 charts. But other than that, what are the new charts you have created? Then in that kind of case, I suggest or encourage have some answers ready. Like say donut chart is there. Okay, so there are many variations of bar chart. Rounded bar chart is there. Lollipop chart is there, or outline chart is there. Okay, So that kind of charts are there, so you can talk about that in this kind of questions. Okay, so do let me know if at all you want me to create one video on different types of charts. Okay, so I can create and I can show you what are the different possible variations of charts. Okay, so that you can talk about them in the interview, one in useful video. Next is one popular question that is coming from the ages: how to create a donut chart. Okay, so by now I feel you should know the steps for this to create a donut chart. Okay, so if this question is being asked, you are very lucky. Consider yourself as very lucky. Things are falling in place for you. Okay, so if not, just it is a very easy process. Let me show it here. So I'm connecting to sample superstore and I'm taking like say region. Okay, so what I'll do is, here it is, region wise. I'm holding my control button and selecting this two, one dimension and measure, and selecting a pie chart simple. And I'm making entire view from here. Now I'm creating a simple dummy view here, or dummy uh, measure, and I'm just duplicating this. Okay, and in from one measure or from one mark here, I'm removing everything. That's it. We almost got it. Just decrease the size a little bit here, and you can simply do a dual axis. Maybe I'll swap it. Now you can adjust the size as you want, and here comes your donut chart. This is your simple donut chart. Okay, so this is what we need to tell this answer, or we can also customize our donut chart by using some shapes here and keep them so that it looks effective. Okay, but this is the standard steps for creating a donut chart. Explain the types of filters. Again, I think we have talked about this in, I think, almost in every video. You need to speak about filters end to end, guys. I expect this. Okay, because filter is one of the very important topic in real time. Almost in every sheet that you create, you use at least some type of a filter. It can be your worksheet filter, or it can be your shade filter, or anything. It can be some type of filter. So you need to talk about all the filter types, how it can affect your uh, data, and how have you used. Okay, so take at least 5 to 10 minutes of time if while answering this question. Okay, one important question to consume the time as well. So think from that perspective also. See, each interviewer will have at least no, maybe not more than 1 hour. Okay, so consider, in the worst case, your interview can go on for 1 hour, not beyond that. Okay, so in we have to think, we have to strategize how we can consume this 1 hour. So these type of questions will help us in consuming the time. Okay, take, or in questions that you are sure that you can explain in detail, go ahead and take as much as time you want and explain them in detail. Okay, so that shows the confidence, or that shows your confidence in that particular topic or concept, and it will give boost to your points. Okay, so focus like this and try to use as much as possible. So I think my largest interview duration was close to 2 hours. I had for one of the companies. It was near Mindspace. I don't remember the name, but it was in Mindspace. But it went on for two hours. I think it was JP Morgan. I think it went on for 2 hours. But okay, but results were again negative even after this. Very sad to know, but yeah, that is the fact. So comment down what was the maximum time you had the interview and what were your results. Let us see some exciting information in the comment box. So next is, what is context filter, or how is context filter works? Can it be replaced or modified for another sheet? Okay, again it is asking about context filter, so it is a continuation of our previous question. Okay, So continuous filter or context filters, you can tell them if at all you have used. If not, you can just define what is context filter and how does it affect the performance of your workbook. It is, so in simple terms, if I talk, it is a filter on a filter. So one filter will be applied on that filtered data, your second filter will be applied. It's like that. Like say your water purifier is there. So first whatever the water is coming from the actual source, like say your data source. So that will get purified, and again on that you are adding some alkalines or something like that, some minerals to that to make it normal, right? So that is here your context filter. Okay, so always relate any concept, be it Tableau, be it SQL, anything, just try to relate it with your real time or real world examples. You will not forget anytime. Okay, it is a filter on already filtered data. Simple thing. Okay, have you used drill down concept in your project, and how? So this is one very important question, guys, here. So in real time, we have different types of dashboards, right? So there is a scorecard dashboard, there is HR retention dashboard is there, scorecard dashboard is there, retention dashboard is there, or drill down project is there, drill down dashboard is one of them. So there are certain standard types of dashboards that are there in the market. So one among them is drill down. So drill down means from summary to detail, how are you going? That is what is there. Okay. So that is called as a drill down. So if at all you have used, you can talk about this. If not, you can tell that you haven't used drill down project. If at all you want me to create a video on drill down project and want to show you how it can be done, do comment in the comment section. I'll come up with a project. So I have used drill down project. So this was, I think, drill down was the first project that I have worked on. It was completely different, other than what Tableau actually is. So if at all you want me to show you that how we have done, do comment in the comment section. Will create a video and post it. Next is cascading filter scenario here again. So cascading filter comes into picture whenever you want to show your updated filters here. So here what you need to remember is view will get filter, all will get filtered, but the drop downs that are there, so when you have multiple drop downs or multiple filters in place, you need to make sure that they are showing relevant information, because again that is confusing to the end user. In view you are showing filtered data, but whereas your drop downs are not showing, so that will create unnecessary defects on the dashboard. So you can use cascading filter to avoid that kind of thing. So this is specifically important when you have multiple filters in place. Okay, so make sure you are using correctly. How to combine top three and bottom three categories in one sheet. Okay, so one common method we can do is using sets. We can create top and bottom set and we can combine them, or I think we can also use first and last to get that. Okay, so this is about top and bottom three. You can talk about that. Next is how parameters work for sheet swapping. Okay, so again, sheet swapping is one of the most common use case, or one very commonly used case in real time. Okay, sheet swapping. Okay, so like say user might want to see the result in bar chart. So when you select bar chart, view should show bar chart like that. Okay, again the video is available in my YouTube channel where I have shown you different use cases on parameters. I'll post the link of this as well. Do watch that. It will give you a lot of confidence on the parameters topic. Okay, next is LOD, explain LODs. Okay, I'm coming up with a video on LODs in a very simplified manner to you guys. So maybe you can talk about what is LOD, level of detail expression, and how many types of LODs are there. If you have used them in real time, you can talk about that. If not, okay, you can simply avoid that. Okay, I haven't used much in my real time, but I know that there are three to four types of LOD expressions, and this is their functionality. So here, what is important, guys, see, not only related to this or any questions. If you don't know or any particular topic or question, just tell what you know. That's it. Okay, simple. Instead of telling that I don't know, you tell that okay, I know this about that, like that. So that it is like indirectly answering that particular question. So I don't want you guys to tell that okay, I don't know this concept, I didn't hear something. Just to tell what you know. That's it. Okay, at least from there topic might divert. Okay, so he will only see what you are telling. Okay, if you don't know, okay, he will agree that, but at least you can talk about what you know. See, no one knows A to Z. Okay, right, for sure. So at least you can talk about what is A, what is B, what is C. So at least instead of getting 0 marks for this question, you will get at least 1 to 2 marks. So that will help us in qualifying for the next round. So while going for next round, we will prepare for this. That is again a different story. But don't waste your question by telling that I don't know. Tell what you know and don't stop. Okay. How you use the actions here. Again, one important concepts. So actions play a very important role in real time. Okay. So when you have multiple sheets in place in the dashboard, how do you interact with them? So most common action used is filter action. Okay. And again, parameter action and set actions are something that are frequently being used these days. Set actions and parameter actions. So you can talk about them if at all you want to. Okay. How do you do testing in your project? Again, I think I have stressed many times on this about testing in project. Okay, I will place a link here about how to test. You can watch that video also. It is very, very, very important. Many guys get caught here because they fail to explain how the testing is done. So there is always thumb rule, guys. So like number of records that are present in database should be present in Tableau. Simple, simple one rule. Like say select count star, select count star from table name will give you count of or number of records from your database. Same thing you have to see how many records you are getting in your Tableau. Okay. So tell me how can we do in Tableau? So earlier we used to have a column called as number of records here. But in latest versions, I don't see that field. But earlier we used to have this field called as number of records. This used to help us in understanding or knowing how many records are there. So this used to have just one as the entry. Now suppose if at all I want to find out how many number of records are there, simply just add it here. So I will just simply convert that into sum here. But why? So why it is showing one actually? So this will show you the number of records that are present. Okay. And see if I go to my data preview and scroll right. Okay. Okay, it is why. So here also you can see that you have 9994 number of rows. Okay. That way also you can find out. Or here also you have 9994. So it shows the volume of your data. So that way you can find it. Suppose if at all you want to break it down with respect to category and see how many number of records you have, then this should help you again. Where is it? Let us see. So for some reasons it is not working. It is only showing one, but it should ideally show you number of records here actually for each of them. Let us see if it is Here it is not coming actually, maybe because of that. Let us remove all of this. Now if I see here for each, what this number of rows does is, for each entry in your database, it will add one here. So when you do a sum, it should add up actually. Okay, now you got, maybe there was some issue, see, that's why. So so furniture has got 2000 entries, office supplies has got 6000, and technology has got 1800 rows here. So if at all I want to find out total records, you see 9994. So there was some issue with that, so that's why it was not showing. So that way you can use this calculation to find out. Okay, so do comment in the comment section if you know about this, and or if you have known just now. Next is like that you can do here to validate your records. Maybe you can break it down with respect to category also and count it. So the same thing you have to match it here in Tableau. So if at all you're doing, select category comma count star from table name, group by category will give you count with respect to category. Now same thing you have to do it from Tableau level also. You will come back here, take category and drop it here. Now whatever the records you are getting here, like say 2000, 6000 and 1800, same thing you will validate against this query. Now when they both are matching, which means whatever the records there are that are there in your source are coming in the Tableau first questions. So if at all you are applying filter and all, again that is a different question. But overall, this is how we make sure all of the data that we have in our database is coming in Tableau or not. Okay. So how do you check performance in your Tableau? So we can check performance in Tableau using performance recording option that is available under help section here. Go to help, setting and performance, and click on start performance recording. So once you do start, do perform some of the basic operations on your dashboard so that Tableau can record what you are doing. And then again come back to the same step, help, settings and performance, and click on stop performance recording. This will create a workbook which we need to analyze and tell. So do comment again if at all you want a video on this so that I can create a video specifically for you to tell you how to read a performance recording workbook. Okay, what type of extract refresh have you done? Okay, so again, like you can talk about if at all you have used this incremental refresh and all. If not, you can just tell that, we haven't used anything, it was full refresh like that. So here we have a full refresh option and incremental refresh. So you can talk about them in this question if you know. So when you're doing an incremental refresh, you need to know on which column you are identifying new records that are coming. Based on that, you can decide. Next is what is row level security. Again, if you have seen my last video, you know how we can create a row level security and apply it using different formats. Okay, one very important question. And in many projects, we apply security. It can be in different forms, but yes, security is applied to reports at various levels. So that we definitely need to know because it can come up, if not in this interview, in any interview, but if not in interview, you might get in the real time as well. So go through the process of this. I'll post the description link in the description box. You can see that, okay, because it is very important for you to understand how it does. Now, after this, it was all related to SQL. Can you check how many users have viewed the report and how? Yes, this can be seen from the server. We will know how many users have viewed our report. So there is a view. Okay, we can so simply you can tell that yes. So if at all you have used server, then you know that we can do this. Next, where different SQL questions, right? Difference between order by and group by. So group by is like to aggregate whenever you are using or you have an aggregate column. then you need to specify. So if I go to our SQL server here, let me try to show you. I think again we have a video where I have talked all of about this. I'll paste a link of this as well. Difference between order by and group by, truncate and drop, and type of rank functions. Well, if you have followed my SQL series, then you will definitely know all of these questions. So again, these are very commonly asked questions. So have you used store procedure, or how you use store procedure in your project? So you can avoid this question and tell that we haven't used a store procedure in our project, but like that. Okay. So I think that's it from my side in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.